Welcome back to Wicked Willow. Let's go.
Any luck?
Oh, in the last episode, we got possessed by a demon. Oops. But we broke out of jail to get possessed by... We made it out, don't worry about it. Except we didn't really get possessed, she's just in my head.
Nope, we're fresher. Get it?
Shadow.
No, but seriously, she's not there.
Guess you're still stuck with me. So this is where you decided to take us for our first date? Oh, first off, this is not a date. It's a vegan cafe. The first one in the whole area, actually. What is vegan? It means we don't do animal products. It's a lot more humane that way. No cream in your coffee? No butter on your buns? Sorry to disappoint you. Disappointment doesn't begin to describe it. You're denying yourself the best culinary delights, all for the sake of some dumb animals?
Yes.
It's not just for them. Being vegan is actually healthier, especially in the long run. So you want to sacrifice your happiness today, in the prime of your youth, just so you can be alive a little longer when you're old and weak? Ugh, leave me alone.
Willow!
Hey, I went to jail, but it's okay, I got better.
You're back from...
They dropped the charges.
They did? Oh, Willow, what a relief. How did you manage to pull that off?
I didn't.
It's a long story.
I bet.
Trust me, I'd love to get into it, but I really can't.
Just as long as everything's okay.
Yep.
I understand the need to keep secrets.
What?
Never mind. I'm just glad everything's sorted out.
Okay.
Speaking of that, how's the insurance?
The insurance company made an exception, so I got my pills.
Good.
Yay! Pills. They don't make you high, do they?
No, Willow, my medication does not make me high.
But you're still allowed to get high while you're on them, right?
I didn't ask about that.
Ooh, rookie mistake, Avery. Rookie mistake. Men don't usually interest me, but there's something different about this one.
Get out of my
Is
head.
he your lover? No, he's my best friend. We're close, but not like that. I bet he wishes you were a little closer.
Willow?
Yes? Sorry, I'm just not really myself today.
I figured something was up when you weren't in class today. Lydia seemed pretty sure she was going to win the fairy tale story competition.
Oh, shit. The deadline's next week, huh?
No, not next week.
Okay. Whew. I could not handle that right now.
You're about to tell me it's tomorrow, isn't it?
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Damn. I better get cracking. Ugh. Why are you putting yourself through this?
I hesitate to ask this, but what do you mean?
I'm a writer, suffering for the craft, right? You can suffer for your craft anytime. Maybe you're more interested in the prestige of winning the contest. I don't give a shit if I win. I just don't want Lydia to.
You know what? Fair.
Why not just seduce the professor into giving you the win?
Not my style.
It's always about sex with you, isn't it? I miss the part where that's a bad thing. Well, I'm not going to use my spells on them. I've got the whole karma thing to worry about. I never mentioned using magic. I just said you should use seduction. How long has it been since you used your natural charms? Ew! No! Have you ever seen that, Professor? Doesn't arouse your appetite, then? Fine. Just threaten to turn them into a frog unless they obey your every whim.
I just said I'm not using magic.
That way you don't have to burden yourself with this tedium. I wouldn't exactly call it tedious.
Actions speak louder than words.
What's that supposed to mean?
If you wanted to write, you'd be writing. Instead, you're having this little chat with me.
Because you are inside my head.
Given your feelings about me, I'd say that speaks volumes.
You're right. You know, when I was younger, I used to actually enjoy writing assignments.
Oh? You used to? What caused that little candle to be snuffed out?
I don't know, I'm not sure it was ever lit to begin with.
Bank robbers and serial killers don't bother you. But you're halted in your tracks by an empty page. Pathetic.
Hey!
All right, fine. I'll get started right now.
What now?
Apparently, I've also got some bad writer's block.
Maybe a little massage will help with that.
You're in my head. How are you going to do that? And I am afraid of the answer at the same time.
You're inside my body. How could you possibly give me a... Ah, hey! That tickles. Stop that!
Fine. Your wish is my command.
How'd you do that anyway?
Reconceptualization.
In English, please?
That was technically English, but I would appreciate a better explanation, please.
That was English. You should hear that word in my native tongue.
You know what I mean.
If only that feeling was mutual.
Fine. Don't tell me.
I mean that I'm understanding our situation a little differently. At first, I thought I was a prisoner. I went from trapped inside that little cell to trapped inside your little body. But now...
Now what?
I'm realizing it's more like I'm a hand inside a beautiful glove.
I'm a little afraid of that imagery.
I don't like where this is headed.
Yeah, same, Willow.
It's not the glove's place to question the fingers.
Okay, this is just getting creepier and creepier.
Don't let me bother you too much. You have a paper to write.
Yeah, that's right.
Still coming up dry? Don't worry. I'm happy to help get things going for you.
I don't know that I want that.
I'm done with massages, thank you very much.
And you said I had a one-track mind. No. I meant with the project. I've got just the thing.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'll bite.
The most amazing story is right here.
Where?
We are the story. And since you were so impressed with my vocabulary, I'll even help you write it.
I don't know.
What? Do you think I'm going to tell on you? There's nothing dishonest about it. Lots of people have a muse. You're just lucky enough to have one inside your head.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Lucky me.
Class is over for today. Before I go, I'll post the results of the short story competition.
I feel like I should note how incredible all of the voices are in this game. Like some games they like try, but the dialogue is not always the greatest. Looking at you, Oblivion, which is not actually the voice actor's fault in that case, because they decided the team decided to give all the actors their lines in alphabetical order, without context, just alphabetical order. But this game, I have yet to hear a single line that doesn't land perfectly. Other visual novels get around it by having no voices or limited voice acting. This one's just impeccable. I have no complaints about this game so far. Like, even the bad stuff that has happened to me in the game, I feel like I could have done something to get around it. I feel like it is actually my fault. So, literally, I have no complaints. This game is impeccable. But I am only, an hour or whatever in. So maybe that will change, but I doubt it because this game has just keep nailing it so far. Keep nailing it. I'm good with words.
Though I can't imagine anybody will be surprised.
Lydia won.
Uh-oh. Did Lydia pull it off?
Let me see. Willow, you did it!
Me?
Well, you don't get all the credit.
But I don't get something. The professor said it wouldn't be a surprise.
It's not. Willow, you're a brilliant writer, at least when you want to be. I'm so happy you're back to taking your academics seriously.
Willow, I just heard. I suppose congratulations are in order?
What do you want, Lydia?
You assume just because we speak, I must want something from you.
Yeah, I just said that.
Well, it just so happens that you are correct in this instance. Would you mind terribly letting me read your story?
You want to read my work? What's in it for you?
Well, I just thought...
Well, you thought wrong. No, I'm not letting you read it. Buzz off.
Well, Willow, perhaps we'll connect again later.
Yeah, whatever. What was her problem?
Oh, I feel kind of bad for her.
What do you mean?
She's not used to losing, is she?
That is probably true.
I could get used to it. We gotta celebrate. What do you want to do after class?
I can think of a few things.
Not you. I'm not asking you for suggestions right now.
I have a meeting of the Dryads and Demons Club at the coffee house, but I don't know if it's really your thing.
That sounds like a parody of Dungeons and Dragons, so I am very in.
Dryads and demons? Boring!
But at the same time, I have a headmate who doesn't sound interested, so now I'm concerned that she'll make a fuss the whole time.
Hey, given your persuasion, I thought it might be right up your alley.
Would you want to play a game about humans written by demons? I didn't think so. Let's just skip it.
Avery's my best friend. I'm going. Of course I'll come, Avery.
You know, they based this game off my life.
What do you mean?
Yeah, I'm sure.
You can look at the materials if you doubt me.
Just because there's a succubus playing piece here doesn't mean she was based on you.
Doubt me if you want to, Willow, but I know the truth.
Willow, you look a little spaced out.
Just kind of lost in my own thoughts. I think I get what the little numbers do on this character sheet. Kinda, anyway.
Think of them like variables in a series of algebraic equations.
Not I appreciate your effort, Avery, but this is not going to help me.
That's like negative helpful.
Maybe it would be easier to decide what skills you want first, and then pick the stats you want to focus on. There's a little questionnaire thing here.
Oh, I love questionnaires. And just think, with a real-life demon, you're sure to know all the right answers.
I don't think that's how...
Okay, first question. Would you rather gather herbs for magic potions with your mother, or work at a forge and smelt armor with your father?
Potions, of course. Assuming you can concoct an aphrodisiac.
Potions? I can't deny that a good love potion might come in handy.
Where's that coming from? Why do we need a love potion, Willow?
Okay, next. A thief is stealing your milk delivery.
Kidnap the thief, tie her up in the barn, then milk her until she repays what she stole.
No, that's not...
That actually does sound kind of exciting.
Willow.
But I can't say that out loud.
Why not? Will your little friends start to blush?
Use my magic potion to turn the thief into a cow?
That isn't one of the options.
What's the use of being a demon if you can't have a little fun?
What's the use of being a demon if you can't have a little fun.
Willow, are we starting to get possessed because we said we weren't gonna let her do that?
Why do I feel even more frustrated when I agree with you?
You're feeling frustrated? Oh, don't worry. Once we get home, I'll help you take care of that.
Stop.
Willow, I'm glad you're finding ways to enjoy yourself. It's my fault for making you play a game that can't hold your interest. Should we do something else?
No, I want to play the game.
Hey, I said I'd play.
Even if...
Maybe it would be easier to start with a fantasy character in mind, to sort of orient yourself towards what you want your experience to be like.
That is usually that is a good way to build a character. If you start with your... starting with stats is what they recommend. No. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's the least interesting way to make a character. Either start with... I don't know. There's several ways to make characters. I have several recommendations depending on DM, party makeup, all of that. Starting with your stats is 80% of the time the wrong choice. 90% of the time the wrong choice. Anyway, I should stop rambling about Dungeons and Dragons. And either... I'm gonna end this episode here. It's the end of the episode here. Bye-bye! That was a weird way to end the episode, I'm sorry.